Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Go Time and Mega Crush, and welcome you guys back to a brand new video. Now, in tonight's video, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a Pokemon Go data mine to discuss. We have things like Power Up Punch being talked about, a winter event potentially, Burmy, geofencing, and so much more, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to show your support by smashing the like button and subscribe if you guys want to see more content from me again. So with that being said, let's get underway and let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so in the too long didn't read version here of this article, we actually have ourselves a really brief and solid summary of all that is going to be contained here in this article. Now, we are going to be going into detail with some of these right here, so that way we can read up a little bit more as to what they're about here, but first things first, I want to say that Power Up Punch seems pretty self-explanatory. Now, for those of you guys that don't know what Power Up Punch is, it is a move that was introduced in Generation 6, the X and Y series of the main series Pokemon games. Now, Power Up Punch, I am going to hazard an educated guess to say that when it does get introduced in Pokemon Go officially, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a fast move. It just seems like a move that just is best suited as a quick move, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that, I am really pumped up to see just how well this move is going to stack up with the likes of Counter, because Counter is a really solid fighting type quick move, and Pokemon like Machamp, man, like, can you imagine if Machamp was to get a hold of Power Up Punch, and Power Up Punch was to be even better? How about Breloom? How about Hariyama? How about Gallade when Gallade drops in Pokemon Go? Like, that's just going to be absolutely sick, you know? So, do let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you guys think that Power Up Punch is going to be a quick move or a charge move. And also, let me know your thoughts if you think that Power Up Punch is going to be better than the likes of Counter. Now, coming up next, we actually have ourselves a winter event being added and new costume Pokemon on the way. We'll read up a little bit more in detail as to what that's all about here. So, Burmy form support added. So, okay. So, Burmy is a Gen 4 Pokemon, and this Pokemon has 3 forms. We got the regular form, which is, I can't remember, I think it's like it's a leaf form or something like that. Like, it's grass and bug. You got the sandy form, which is ground and bug, and then you got the trash form, which is steel and bug. So, I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to be implemented in Pokemon Go, and how Burmy and its evolution, known as Wormadam, is going to stack up in comparison to the other bug Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I don't anticipate it's going to be very good, though, if I'm going to be completely honest, because it's not exactly, you know, the most memorable Pokemon in the main series game, so I highly doubt that it's going to, you know, be like this big, you know, big-time meta-relevant Pokemon when it does get introduced in Pokemon Go. So, we have ourselves geofencing support added / improved. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that's all about, so we'll actually read up a little bit more in details on that. A metric ton of bug fixes and code changes, that's pretty self-explanatory, so we'll move on from that. So, new sorting options on Pokemon and Friends page right here. That's actually pretty cool right there. We may read up a little bit more in detail on that. And last but not least, new Facebook Friends feature. Yo, okay, we gotta read up on that for sure. So, with that being said, let's go ahead, let's get into details with some of these things, starting off with the Winter Event 2018. So it should come as no surprise, ladies and gentlemen, that we have ourselves a Winter Event found in the data mine here in Pokemon Go, because we've had a Winter Event like so far in every single winter ever since Pokemon Go has been introduced. Now, here's the thing, is that with this winter event coming, ladies and gentlemen, and I say that with quotations because we can't say, you know, as if it's official yet, but, you know, I just want to be clear that in pretty much every single data mine that we have talked about, pretty much all of the stuff that has taken place in the data mines have actually come to fruition. So it would not surprise me whatsoever if we had ourselves a winter event here in 2018. Now, with that being said, I'm kind of curious, you know, like, are we gonna see more costumed Pokemon? I'm really hoping that they're gonna bring back Santa Hat Pikachu. In fact, it's highly likely that they're gonna do exactly that. And I also think, okay, now, this may be a bit of a reach, but it's more or less wishful thinking. I want to see them bring in Santa Hat Eevee, you know, to kind of commemorate Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I think that would honestly be really cool, you know. But with that being said, though, you know, like it's obviously it's gonna come towards the middle of December, I believe it is, as we see right here. You know, most likely December 20th is our guess, as says what they're saying right here. So, you know, I'm thinking that this is going to be an event that's going to be around the Christmas area. So that way, you know, it'll have more of a Christmassy feel to it, and it's just going to be really solid. And I also really hope that they give us the best deals in these super boxes. And by super boxes, I'm talking about, you know, your usual 3 boxes that you get. You know, the one for 480 coins, the one that you get for, I believe it's 780 coins, and then 1480, you know. You got the regular box, the super box, and the ultra box. So I can't exactly remember off the top of my head what the middle box is called, but it's like, yeah, it's like you get 3 boxes, and basically the bigger it is, the more stuff it contains. I want to see, like, just a monumentally crazy, you know, a box deal. You know, that would be honestly really cool if they could tie that in with a winter event that's around Christmas, because, hey, you know, it'd be the gift that keeps on giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be the best deal ever kind of thing, you know? And it'd be definitely something that we can look forward to spending our hard-earned Pokemon coins on, and it would help us out in the long run, you know, with super incubators, with raid passes, star pieces, and lucky eggs, you know, unless, of course, if you're level 40, you don't need lucky eggs and stuff like that, but if you're under level 40 and you need that experience, then, hey, lucky eggs are there, and they're good. They're good either way. Plus, I love eggs, you know, I love eating eggs. But, yeah, I wonder how lucky eggs would taste. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's move on. So, actually, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on and talk about geofencing a little bit more into detail, I want to make a slight correction. It's Burmy Plant, not Burmy Leaf, or whatever the hell I said earlier. I had a big brain fart that I couldn't remember what it was. But, yes, it's Burmy Plant, Burmy Sandy, and Burmy Trash. Those are the 3 forms of Burmy. So, now let's go and let's talk about geofencing. Now, I'm actually going to read a little bit as to what geofencing is, because I don't exactly know off the top of my head what geofencing is. So, with that being said, surprisingly, a lot of code was added to support geofencing in Pokemon Go. Geofencing is, by definition, the use of GPS or RFID technology to create a virtual geographical boundary, enabling software to trigger a response when a mobile device enters or leaves a particular area. The motivation for adding geofencing is yet not clear, but we strongly believe Niantic will build a feature on top of this new technology. Maybe just better event attendance checks? Hopefully not. But I guess basically it's sort of like okay, picture an electric fence, okay? Picture an electric fence. You know, there's a perimeter where you got the electric fence, and if you were to step outside that perimeter, well, you would get zapped, kind of thing, you know? Like if you had an electrical collar on and things like that. So, kind of thinking right here that they're going to be doing something like that, but with the devices, meaning that, like, there's going to be, like, some sort of, well, it says right here, geofencing, you know, it's like, the word fence, right? So, there's going to be some sort of, like, fence that allows for, you to be able to, track, anyways, like, allows for the GPS, to create a virtual geographical boundary kind of thing. Like I said, enabling software to trigger a response when a mobile device enters or leaves a particular area. So things like GoFest, you know, like that, they could do something like that for GoFest. You know, they actually, I believe they have done something like that for GoFest. You know, if you're in a particular area, that's where the event triggers. If you're outside that area, well, you can't exactly reap the benefits of what is taking place inside the area unless you are within the area boundaries itself. So that actually does make a lot of sense right there, what they're saying right here. So, as expected, the geofencing code references minimum and maximum distance from the fence, and it defines a few network requests to go with it. We'll know more in the future, but for now, remember that this exists in Pokemon Go. So, yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so now we get on to other notable changes. So, as announced in the official patch notes, Facebook friends should now be available for players who decided to link their Facebook account. So, I guess there's another way to add friends in Pokemon Go, and that would be through Facebook, like linking your Facebook account and all that stuff. Like, if you were to be friends with someone on Facebook, that also plays Pokemon Go. I'm thinking that could be a way to add friends in Pokemon Go, like, you know, to send gifts back and forth and all that stuff, build up your friendship and all that, you know, trade shinies and legendaries and all that epic fun stuff. I'm thinking that's probably how they're going to go about doing it, you know. So we also have ourselves Help Shift library was added. Help Shift is used to improve customer support and communication with your customers. We don't see it on the UI, okay, so not really sure what that's all about. But next, a lot of bug fixes. Should kind of go without saying. I mean, the game is really buggy at times and all that. So, yeah, there is a lot of code changes that relate to bug fixes. They even said that themselves right here. So, yeah. As announced in the official patch notes, a plethora of sorting options was finally added on the applicable screens. So, yeah, like, I'm actually really excited about all that. So this is really good that they are adding in more sorting options and, you know, tweaking the feature where you can sort things out, sort out your friends, you know, sort out Pokemon, things like that. I'm really excited about all that. You know, Pokemon Go, for it being a mobile game and all that stuff, like, Pokemon Go really has evolved over the last 2+ years, you know, no pun intended, because, you know, Pokemon evolve and stuff like that, but I mean, yeah, like, I'm actually really pumped up, and I really appreciate that, you know, they're putting so much effort and so much more into the game, and it just makes me happy. It really does. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this article, end of this data mine, and therefore end of this video. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash the hell out of the like button and subscribe if you guys are new here and want to see more content from me again. And finally, I say have yourself a good night, and I'll see you next upload.